Oh. Welcome back to the channel, and it is 2021. I thought I'd start off this channel really nice this year with some help on how to make New Year's resolutions. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about 4 different areas of improvement which I believe are important for absolutely everyone in their lives. And for each of these areas, I would just like to pose 2 questions. First, what contributed to my success? And second, what contributed to my failure? So before we do start this exercise, I think there's an important thing to mention, and that is we should be very honest with ourselves, especially when we're evaluating the past year and setting goals for ourselves in the coming year. So are you somewhere where you don't want to be? Or are you actually lying to yourself about being happy about the situation when you actually aren't? Or are you in denial of how hard you've been working when in fact you haven't been working hard at all? I think these are important things to really ask ourselves to actually end up more successful at the end of the day. The 4 areas of improvement which I'd like to tackle in this video are health, wealth, travel, and acquisitions. Starting off with health. So I think everyone understands and everyone already knows that they should be a lot healthier than they already are. If you're not too concerned about your health, I think you do know that you should be. And if you are already concerned about your health, you probably believe that you could be doing better than you already are. And one of the interesting things I actually found out about this video while I was researching is that the average life expectancy in the Philippines actually increased from 61.10 years of age to 70.95 years of age in the span of 57 years. So I guess good job, Philippines, but these are average numbers. And I think in every aspect of our lives, especially when we become more self-aware, we don't strive to just be average. So I think when we put in that extra effort, when we put in that extra intention, we're able to move past just the average, especially on so many things. So in health, the 3 guide questions that I'd have would just be 3 things. First, did I eat healthier in the past year? Around 60 to 80% of your physique actually comes from the food that you decide to eat. A significant part of your physique really just comes from your diet. So, did you eat healthier in the past year? Second, did you exercise in the past year? Diet and exercise come hand in hand. So, even if diet is most of it, exercise still has a part to contribute. And all in all, now, what did I do to contribute to being healthier this year? So, those are the 3 questions that I have. Very simple for health. Next is wealth. And I think especially for people who do have a job, I don't think it's a good feeling to be living paycheck to paycheck. And secondly, I also don't think it's a good feeling that you need to work or else I'm not gonna have any money to spend on my family, to spend on the things that I like. It's an unnecessary cause of stress. So I think the question, my first question for finances would be, was I responsible with my spending in the past year? What's the thing that I spent the most money on in the last year? Did I actually track my spending? And how much did I put away in savings? And I think the last question is actually not only about finances and wealth, because a lot of emphasis is put on saving, but I think the other important thing is, did I invest? Did you invest your finances in things that produce money while not working, like the stock market or business opportunities? But I think the other thing which is underplayed in many instances is, did I invest in myself? So in terms of learning more, buying books, reading books, or buying subscriptions to services which enable you to learn more, develop better skills, did I invest in those ways? So those are the 5 questions for finances and wealth. The third thing is travels, and this one might be a bit more quizzical compared to the others, especially considering the situation that we're all in right now. But one thing that I've learned in the past couple of years is that fortune favors the bold. And one of the boldest things most people can do is actually uproot their life and travel. And at this point, I'm not asking you to uproot your life and travel, but I think there is an importance of getting out of your comfort zone, and a lot of that happens when you're out of your comfort zone physically. So a lot of times we move outside of our comfort zone metaphorically, like when we're in front of a crowd, because it's a different environment because of the crowd. But a whole different experience can be when you are physically in a different place, and that's why travels, I would say, would be important. There is a tangible benefit that you can see in people when they've lived from all over. And that's it for travels. So if you do end up traveling, travel safely, but I would be a bit more careful about that right now. So the last thing that we're gonna talk about is acquisitions. But in the past year, we've actually changed it from acquisitions to personal and professional goals. Starting off with personal, I think that one of the questions we need to ask ourselves is, did I make progress on my goals last year? And I guess the other question on that note is, did I even set goals last year? Or did I just make that really vague New Year's resolutions that I should be healthier this year, and then not go to the gym or even exercise at home after February or March? I do think that it is understandable in these times of pandemic, but I think if we look back to the year prior, I'm probably sure the majority of people actually did the same thing anyway. Second, so did I actually work hard enough to make progress on my goals? Did I try? Did I honestly try to make progress on those goals? Or did I actually keep pushing those goals off? And, March became April, then April became December, surprise, and the year ended, and now we're in 2021. So I think that's one of the questions we need to ask ourselves. What were our goals? Did I even set goals? Were they clear goals? And did I actually work hard enough to make progress on them? And the third thing that I would just add for personal would be, in what way did I spend my time the most in the last year? I think we can break it down to either being productive or being wasteful with our time. Was I more productive than I was lazy? Or was I more wasteful with my time rather than productive? So those are the 3 questions for personal development. Lastly, we're here at professional. And here at professional, I think the question really is really just 2 basic things. And it's, first, am I improving my skills to advance in my career? Are you continuously reading up to, stay ahead of your field rather than being forgotten and trying to catch up when everyone else is ahead? Or if you're a manager, are you trying to improve your intrapersonal relations with your employees? Or if you're an aspiring leader, are you working on your leadership skills or public speaking skills so that you can communicate with people better? So that's the first question. Am I improving my skills to advance in my career? And second is also a very important question that I think we need to ask is, do I have a job or do I have a career? And I think that's a very personal question for everyone to ask. but I think it's also an important question to ask. So I think it's very easy to get used to making money. Just trading your time, working 8 hours, signing off, then relaxing on the weekend, and then you just sit back and watch the years go by, and suddenly you're 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years older than you were when you started. And I think it's an important question because we want to look back on our life and actually be proud of ourselves. So, do you have a job or do you have a career? So we're at the end, and those were the 5 categories of areas where we should improve in 2021. I hope this video helps you out, and if you have any specific questions in mind, you can just drop them in the comment section down below. So if you enjoyed this video, or if this video helped you out, go ahead and click subscribe and like this video, because if you don't like the content afterwards, you can always unsubscribe anyway. So once again, this video is getting a bit long, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.